Greatness does not begin with wealth, power, or status. It begins with the way we think. Our thoughts shape our choices, and our choices build our future. History is filled with examples. Thomas Edison believed failure was not defeat but feedback. Elon Musk believed in possibilities where others saw only risks. Oprah Winfrey believed her hardships were not limitations but stepping stones. They all proved one thing: if you change your mindset, everything will be changed. Today's story will take you into the life of a young man who discovered this truth in the most unexpected way. In a quiet town, surrounded by mountains and dusty streets, lived a boy named Ryan. Life had never been easy for him. His father was ill. His mother worked endlessly at homes to earn a little money, and Ryan himself worked small jobs, carrying loads at the market, cleaning shops, and running errands. Every night, as he lay down on the thin mat in his one-room house, he felt an ache in his heart. He wanted more: education, respect, a chance to prove himself. But in his head, one voice kept whispering, "You're poor. You're not good enough. Education is for the rich, not for people like you." These thoughts became invisible chains. They tied him down every time he tried to dream. One afternoon, while sweeping outside a library, Ryan noticed an elderly man struggling with a pile of books. Instinctively, he rushed forward, took the load from his trembling hands, and carried it inside. The old man smiled warmly. "Thank you, young boy. You are strong, not just in your body, but in your spirit." The words startled Ryan. Strong in spirit? Nobody had ever said that to him before. In fact, most people reminded him of his poverty, his limitations, his lack. The old man, who turned out to be a retired teacher, noticed the curiosity in Ryan's eyes. "Why don't you read these books instead of only cleaning around them?" he asked gently. Ryan lowered his head, embarrassed. "Sir, I'm not smart enough for books. My job is just to sweep floors." The teacher placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "No, son. Your job is what you do, but your potential is who you are. The problem is not your situation. It is your mindset. If you change how you see yourself, your entire life will change." That night, Ryan lay awake, replaying those words. The problem is not my situation, it is my mindset. For the first time, he realized maybe his biggest enemy wasn't poverty or society. It was the way he saw himself. The next day, instead of going straight home after work, he sat outside the library and opened a dusty book. The letters blurred before his eyes, the sentences made no sense, and frustration filled him. But the retired teacher noticed and offered to help. "Don't worry. Every great reader was once a beginner. Come, I'll teach you a little every day." And so, a new chapter began in Ryan's life. At first, progress was slow. He stumbled on words, struggled with meaning, and sometimes wanted to quit. But each time, the teacher reminded him, "It's not about speed, it's about mindset. Keep going." Weeks turned into months. Slowly, Ryan started enjoying the books. His confidence grew. He discovered new ideas, new worlds, and, most importantly, new ways of seeing himself. He read Henry Ford's words, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." That sentence shook him. He realized that all his life he had been telling himself, "I can't." And life had simply agreed with him. With this new mindset, Ryan dared to dream again. He saved little money from his odd jobs and joined evening classes. He practiced, failed, tried again, and grew stronger each day. Soon, he began teaching the neighborhood children for a small fee. At first, people laughed. "A cleaner wants to be a teacher? they mocked. But Ryan didn't listen. Deep inside, he heard a new voice whispering, "I can." Years passed. Rayon's learning center grew. Parents trusted him, children adored him, and slowly his one-room effort turned into a small school. From sweeping floors to educating hundreds of students, Rayon's journey became living proof that a changed mindset changes everything. One afternoon, when the sun was setting and the children were leaving his learning center, an old man walked in. It was the retired teacher. His eyes sparkled with pride. Rayan rushed to him, tears welling up. "Sir, it all began with your words. You made me believe I wasn't just a poor boy, I was capable of more. You taught me that when the mind changes, the world changes." The teacher smiled, placing a hand on his shoulder once again. "No, Rayan. I only planted a seed. You watered it with belief and hard work. Remember this. Opportunities don't shape us. Our mindset does."
Dear friends, Rayan's story is not just his story. It is a reminder for all of us. Life may put us in tough situations, but our thoughts decide whether we stay there or rise above. If you believe you're weak, you'll remain weak. But if you believe you're strong, you'll discover strength you never knew existed. Change your mindset, and everything will be changed. Every story has the power to change a life. Please like, subscribe, and be part of the change. Stay with us for more interesting stories.